Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing something very exciting. I am a hairstylist, but today I'm going to be teaching you how to do makeup. Something that is pretty simple and easy. I love doing hair, but when it comes to my makeup, I just don't make any time for it because I don't love it. I just feel like it's something that I have to get done and move on with my day. But I found a routine that I find super easy, super simple, and makes me feel so beautiful, and yet I still get so many compliments. I will start too by saying that I don't plan on getting any Botox done. I'm in my early 30s and I just want to age naturally. And so you're going to see me at some point with wrinkles, but I'm trying to take care of my skin as much as possible and take care of what I've got. And so I have just been seeing an esthetician for the last 2 years. She has become a friend of mine and I absolutely adore what she's done for my skin. I just feel like she's done such a good job in taking care of my skin. I have light rosacea in through here, so she does help me treat these areas. And I used to pick a lot on my skin, and so she's helped me with some of those acne scarring that I had created on my skin. But honestly, if you see my skin, you're like, wow, it's perfect, I'll never be able to achieve that. Honestly, find an amazing esthetician that you can work with and communicate really well with, and take their advice too, because yes, I do use all of the makeup and skincare that she recommends as well. So what you'll see in this video is a lot of what she has shared with me that will help with my long-term goals. If you're wanting anything that has been shared in this video, any of the products or tools that I end up using in this video, I'm gonna be linking those down below in the description so you don't have to worry about it. Anyways, let's get into the video. I'm gonna start off with my foundation. I use the Color Science foundation, and what I like about this one is that it's a broad spectrum. It actually has SPF in it, and so you don't have to worry, which I really, really like. And this one in particular does flex with your skin. Depending on the level of your skin, it will adjust to that. And so I have the light. I have used medium for when I get a little bit tanner in the summertime, but they do have different levels of makeup that does flex to your skin. So it feels very customized. So shake it up really well, and my skin is gonna look real crazy for a second here. So I'm gonna apply the makeup. I honestly just create lines throughout my skin, and I try not to add too much. Create a little smiley face here. That's about as much foundation that I use. And then I'm gonna use a blender to blend my foundation. You can use a brush or your fingers, but honestly, for an airbrushed look, this is what I do every single day. I can literally just apply the makeup and spread it out as quick as possible without having to spend 5 years blending out the foundation. I like that it's buildable as well, so if I wanted more of a cakier look or something that's a little bit more full coverage, then I could add more foundation. But I do like that it's very sheer while also having pigment as well. If I want a little bit more coverage underneath my eyes, I do use their concealer. I honestly don't remember the name, but here it is. It does come with an applicator like this, so you can actually run it underneath your eyes and it gives such a cooling effect. It comes out very easily as well. So I'm just gonna use that amount for both my eyes. Spread that through. I feel like this creates so much evenness underneath my eyes. And then I'm just gonna use my blender again and just spread that out underneath my eyes. Whatever's remaining on my actual blender, I'll just put it right in the middle here. I tend to get really red on my forehead right here, and so I just like to blend that out in the areas where I'm so self-conscious about, honestly. Now that we've got our base, I am gonna go in with their blush. This is the Rose blush, and it has 50 SPF within it. You can apply this both on your lips and for your blush, and a little bit of redness on your nose if you wanted to. I always feel a little silly when I apply this blush, but honestly, it blends out so beautifully. Once it gets blended in, it just feels like it's part of my skin. After I'm done with the blush, I'm gonna go in with their bronzer. Again, it has SPF 50, broad spectrum, but I'm gonna apply that to contour underneath my cheekbone right here, right at my temples here, a little bit to contour my nose, and right underneath my chin right here. Again, go in with the blender and blend those areas out. Don't be afraid to get into your hairline too. That is looking so beautiful. You can honestly go out just like this. There are days where I'll run my errands with just a fresh face like this, or some days in the morning, like I didn't give myself enough time to get ready for work, so this is kind of how I would show up with my makeup. But I'm also gonna show you how I would finish off this look. I'm gonna use an eyebrow gel, literally just like go in and add some extra color to my eyebrows and some shape. And I'm looking off yonder because I feel like I need an actual mirror for this part, so apologies on that part. Okay, we got eyebrows on. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of lip liner. And then I'm gonna use some mascara. Something to keep in mind with mascara, at least for me, is I'll never lift my eyebrows up. If anything, I'll tilt my head back and make sure that I'm not getting my eyelashes on my eyelid. But I'd rather do that than create creases on my forehead. And then I am going to finish off with some lip gloss. And then I'm gonna use some finishing spray. Honestly, this isn't super fancy stuff, but just enough to help hold my look into place. I hope you enjoyed learning how to create my favorite look. This is something that if I have a little extra time in the morning that I'll do, and I love that it gives you SPF coverage without having to put so much effort into thinking about these things. If you happen to try this look, please let me know. I would love to see pictures of how you guys got inspired from this video. And if you happen to like this video or found it helpful, please like this video so YouTube will let me know what kind of content you actually want to see from me. But also just remember to have so much fun as you're creating looks like this, because that's really what it's about, is having fun and making yourself feel as beautiful as possible. Like I always say, take it one step at a time, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.